Hello, the coffee shop is open. Welcome. It is a very damp afternoon as I'm filming this, and you'll need the soup today. Yes, so give Barry your order. As always, find yourselves a seat. There's plenty of room for everybody. And soup of the day today. Right, soup of the day today is sweet potato, cauliflower and spinach dal. Now, anybody that's been here a while knows that I'm not a pulses kind of girl. So I'm going to make two batches. I'm going to make one with the lentils in, and I'm going to make one without, and with just a little bit of spinach. I'm a bit fussy about spinach. I don't like it overcooked. I think one of the things that has put me off spinach is back in the day, perhaps you had it at school, it was overcooked and soggy, and it was just like water. And it was quite bitter as well, because it does have a lot of iron. It's very, very good for you. I don't mind baby spinach, and I like it just lightly wilted. In pasta's nice with some tomatoes, but that is that. Talking of food, oh my God, it was labour intensive, but I got this book out the other day. Jamie Oliver's Comfort Food. I'm just going to move you back a bit and see if that makes any difference. Jamie Oliver's Comfort Food, Happy Classics, Scrumptious Happy Classics. I've inherited this book off my mother-in-law. When she downsized, she had a bit of a sort through, and I thought, well, I've got quite a lot of Jamie books, and this one's really nice actually. And Pete likes a meatball. Is a meatball the same as a faggot? Comment down below. I don't know. Is it the same as a faggot? I don't know what the difference is, but anyway, these are big British meatballs, and my word, they are big. This is what I cooked for us to have last night. Mine doesn't look like that. I didn't have as much gravy as that, and we didn't have cabbage. We had broccoli. I did say to Mr. Paper&Twine and to Harry, shall we have cabbage? And they were a bit non-committal. Well, Harry was. He said, I'd rather have broccoli. So I did broccoli. But I like a bit of green cabbage, actually. Oh my God, it was gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I did the recipe to serve 8. And the recommended portion is 2 meatballs. And it's a mixture of beef and pork. And you make a little, and it's got a few breadcrumbs in it. Oh, and your own caramelised onions that you've fried and sort of cooked down slowly with some Worcester sauce. That's mixed in with a handful of breadcrumbs, and you shape them into a ball. He says here, actually, take pride in your balls. Yes, take pride in your balls. Well, I did. So yeah, you shape your balls, and then you put a little cube of cheese, cheddar cheese, in, and yeah, we're doing this energy saving thing, which I'll talk about later, but between 4:30 and 6:30 yesterday, because it's Wednesday as I'm filming this, you'll see it on Thursday, as I say every week, between 4:30 and 6:30 we weren't using any extraneous energy, so I didn't want to be cooking. I made my gravy ahead of time, which has got minced beef in it. It calls for minced chuck steak. Well, I had Aberdeen Angus steak from Aldi, minced. It was already pre-minced. It's got onion in it, fresh rosemary, blackberry jam, English mustard, and a little bit of vinegar. I don't know why the cat's meowing. You might be able to hear her. The door. Some of the doors are closed upstairs. The door to Ella's bedroom, now she's gone back to uni. The door to Molly's bedroom closed, heating off completely in there, and she doesn't like the doors closed. She likes going and hiding under the beds, so that's probably why she's meowing. Anyway, yeah, so I made the gravy before the 4:30 watershed, as it were. But I should have also made my meatballs well in advance, but I was faffing doing other things. Because it says to refrigerate your meatballs before you cook them, but I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. Now, I coped all right, but the gravy was absolutely gorgeous. The meatballs are absolutely gorgeous, and I have to say, the mash I made was cracking. I put a bit of milk in the mash. I was very good in the. I hate peeling potatoes, and look, this really is drivel, isn't it? Potatoes and meatballs. Yeah, so we bought a 12.5 kilo sacks of potatoes at Christmas, and we used one completely and half of another one, so I've got half of a sack left, but they're all quite small potatoes because there was a problem with the crop last year, wasn't there? So they were quite small, And yeah, I hate peeling potatoes, but I did it. I did it early in the day and chopped them up and just let them sit in water until I was ready to cook them. And my mash was gorgeous. And I added just a bit of milk, no butter, a bit of salt. But the variety, and I've had these before, are Marfona. If you ever come across Marfona potatoes, they are one to buy. Marks and Spencer's used to stock them as their standard jacket potato, raw jacket potato. She's just come in here and jumped on my computer table. And they're one of the few potatoes that taste really buttery without butter. Yeah, so yeah, if you've got this book, or look, it might be online, the recipe actually, but I had 2 meatballs. Pete had 2 meatballs. Harry, growing lad, 6'2", nothing to him. He had 3. So I've got, what's that, 3, 7. I've got, should have 9 meatballs left. I'm going to put 2 in a plastic tub with some gravy and some mash and some peas in a thing for my lunch tomorrow for school, because that'd be something to look forward to. And then I think I might freeze the rest in the gravy, and then I can cook it really slowly in the oven at some point. But yeah, that was lovely. I've witted on, haven't I? I've witted on. Now, let me just tick off, because I've got a little list here of things that I wanted to talk to you about. So that's that. I hope Barry has given you order. Kaz, is it a hot chocolate with cream and marshmallow for you today? And a bit of lemon drizzle cake, yes. It's just started raining here. I don't believe it. I've got to go out knitting in a bit. Oh, I'm going to the opticians as well, which is why I've got my contact lenses in. She's just checking that they're all right, and I'm going to sign up. So it's going to be a spendy spend day today, because I think I've got to buy 3 months in advance, and then, like, you know, they take the direct debit as well. So it's going to be a spendy spend day. So heating, yes, I said I was going to talk about the heating. Oh my word. Now, I don't live in a mansion. It is a 4-bedroom house, but heating is now off in 2 of the 4 bedrooms. Harry quite often turns the heating off in his bedroom. It's not a massive room. It's got a double bed in it, but he's got quite a powerful computer in there and a big screen. And when that's all on, that generates a lot of heat. So he quite often has his heating down. In our ensuite, I've turned the radiator down, halfway down, because it doesn't need to be blasting out lots of heat. And I think we're set to about 19 degrees. So when the house is at that temperature, the heating goes off. So when the house reaches that temperature, the heating goes off. Obviously, Mr. Paper&Twine works from home, so that incurs bills, doesn't it? And he's running very powerful computers and multiple screens, so that's a lot of energy. And obviously, I do run the dishwasher every day. Because Mr. Paper&Twine says it is more efficient to do that than it is to run lots of hot water to do the washing up, and have it on eco mode on the dishwasher. I do, me personally, for me and Mr. Paper&Twine, probably 2 loads of washing every 10 days. So that's clothes in one wash and bedding in another, and then probably on top of that towels. I wait until I've got a whole load of towels. And I'm trying not to tumble dry. But what do you do when you've got, like, I've got a Super King quilt and a king size sheet. That takes a lot of drying, you know, and I haven't got an area big enough, and I haven't got a room. Like, one of our friends said, oh, I've fitted one of those, you know, like Victorian areas that used to hang from the ceiling, and you can get quite a lot on it. Well, I haven't got anywhere where I can put one of those without it looking naff. Maybe it is time to not worry about what your house looks like and think about the greater good. But anyway, a lot of energy companies, because it's been very cold, as we know, but there hasn't been a lot of wind, and this time of year we generate apparently a lot of our energy through through wind energy, but there hasn't been a lot of wind. So I think it was on Monday, National Grid were having to use coal generated electricity, or generate electricity through burning coal. So they were asking people on Monday, if you've got a smart meter, between 5 o'clock and 6 o'clock, you had to sign up to really try and cut down on your energy. So we did that, all computers off, no TVs on or washing machines running or ovens on or hobs on or anything like that. And then yesterday they did it from 4:30 till 6, and actually it was okay, and you're supposed to get some money back for every kilowatt hour of energy that you save or something. I don't know, but I'll let you know if we do get any money back. But yeah, it's hard, isn't it? And nobody likes being cold and miserable, but some people just haven't got that choice. And yeah, it's really, really hard. Some of the day, and it's frightening. Our little display is in the hall, and I think currently it's just after, what is it? It's 2:20, and currently Harry has run the washing machine. Currently, I think we're on about £8 usage. Mr. Paper&Twine's at a meeting in Coventry, so he's not currently in his office. That's the other thing. His office is in the garage. It's part of the garage is converted, and it's not particularly well insulated. So in the summer it's really hot, in the winter it's really cold. And he's got I don't know if he's got an electric fan heater or a little oil-filled electric heater that he plugs in. But some mornings he goes in there and it's 6 degrees, and it takes a long time to heat up. So yeah, that does cause a lot of energy usage. Yeah, I'm wittering on. I'm really wittering. I'm enjoying this coffee anyway. It's warming me up. So that's that. And as I say, it's raining here currently, which I'm not very happy about. But it will be nice if it is still raining when I do go out, to have my contact lenses in and not have the rain fall on my glasses, because that is one of the downsides of wearing glasses, is getting rain on them. Yeah, so that's that. So as you know, I'm trying to be frugal, and I know quite a lot of you have commented on last week's Coffeeshop Drivel, and at the time of recording this I haven't replied to them yet. I am sorry. Again, I'm trying to cut down on my screen time, so it's difficult, isn't it? But some people came up with ideas. I have opened online just a little slush fund bank account, which I think I've called it Ashley Fun. So not last week, the week before, my money in and my money out, I had a small surplus and I saved half of that. Now, going forward, I think I'm still going to try and do that, but instead of doing it on a weekly basis, I'm going to do it on a monthly basis, because sometimes you have more expensive weeks than others, don't you? So like I know today, for example, I'm going to have to spend probably best part of 100 quid in the opticians. And if I had saved half of my surplus from last week, that puts me kind of like in a dangerous position this week. I'm lucky that I've built up a little bit of money in my bank account. It's not a lot, but I think I'm going to do that, save half monthly. And I'm going to do a money in, money out monthly. And I'll share that with you, I think, because, you know, we're all about transparency and accountability on this channel. So yeah, we're coming up to the end of the month, so I'll be able to do a money in, money out, and look at what I've saved. The other thing is, I have got a small lump sum of money, and it is small, sitting in a building society, sorry, in a bank savings account. It's not where my current account is, and it pays me 0.5% APR, 0.5% APR. It has gone up from 0.02, and I pay into that £100 a month standing order. Now, looking at my bank account, there are multiple easy access savings accounts that are paying 2.9, 2.5% APR with no limit on what you can put in, and up to 3 withdrawals a year, I think. Now, I'm not planning to withdraw that money. I'm planning to kind of add to that. So I'm thinking I might transfer that to a better savings account, or I might open an ISA. I don't know. Anybody got any advice for me? And Chatty Batty, thank you for your advice about the tangible cash, but I'm a bit about having cash in the house in case I get broken into. It's unlikely to happen, I know. And I'm also more likely, like the window cleaner came today, 15 quid a month to pay for the window cleaner. And I hadn't got the cash. And I said, Mr. Paper&Twine happened to be around. I said, have you got some money for the window cleaner? So he paid for that. So like if I'd got that money, I'd be like, I don't want to be spending my cash on the window cleaner. It's a bit naughty, isn't it? I am going to actually be good and pay for the window cleaner. I'm going to do bank transfer in future. So I am paying for that. Oh, the cat. The cat's here. You can't see her. Do you want me to see if I can get her in for you? No, that's still me. Oh, no, I can't do it. If I turn you round. There she is. Can you see her? Yeah, there she was. You might not have seen her at all. I don't know until I've edited this back. Yeah. So savings, yeah. But as I say, I'm trying to be frugal. Now, some of you might say, well, Ashley, if you're trying to be frugal, why are you going to be spending upwards of £28 a month on contact lenses? And, you're going to be spending about 90 quid, best part of 100 quid today to enable you to do that. Well, the thing is, I don't like wearing glasses. I think they age me. I've never found a pair of glasses that really suit me, I don't think. And things like when it's raining, wearing glasses is a real pain. And yeah, I don't want to look nearly 60. Maybe I do today, maybe I don't, I don't know. But yeah, so that is something I am allowing myself. And I don't know, maybe in 10 years' time, when more is known about laser eye treatment and the cost of it has come down, maybe I'll go for that. I don't know. I mean, surgery and stuff like that has come on leaps and bounds, hasn't it? I mean, if you think about cataracts and glaucoma and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I have had a purchase which I allowed myself. But before I show you that, I'm going to show you a purchase that I made before Christmas. And I'll tell you something else I'm going to do. Oh my God, I'm going on all the time. I am going to, when I've got time, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to look at my bank account and I'm going to work out how much I spent on yarn in 2022 and how much I spent on paper crafting stuff in 2022. And I think I'm going to be giving myself a shock. Now, I did have a purchase before Christmas, before I said I was going to do a low spend year. And Kathess, if you're watching, you commented, oh, I couldn't do a no spend. I'm not doing a no spend, I'm doing a low spend. So that is the aim, okay. But I did have a little purchase that has taken a long time to come. It came not last week, the week before, because it came from America. And I went on the Simon Says Stamp website because there were some things I wanted to buy and that were Tim Holtz related, and I couldn't seem to get them in this country. They were out of stock. So I purchased. I should do this top down really, but I can't be bothered. And a bloke's going to just come and put a leaflet through my door now. He's going to think I'm stupid. I purchased 2 stamp sets because I saw a Tim Holtz live and I really liked what he was doing, and I couldn't get these in the UK at that moment in time. So one of them is this, which is called, which hasn't got a name, Cozy Christmas. So it's got some sentiments and a couple of big focal images, which are really nice. And you know, you don't have to use that whole image there. Sorry about the shine. I haven't used these yet because they're Christmas and we're out of Christmas, aren't we? So I got that. This is what I really wanted. He did a thing with these bottle brush trees and I couldn't get this. It seemed to be sold out everywhere at the time. Art from the Heart was sold out from it, but it's got all these different stamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all different sizes. And Tim did some really lovely cards with the bottle brush trees, some sentiments, and his embossing ink, which I've bought as a pad, and I've also bought the refill because he did something with that. And then he used, I think it was frosted crystal yeah, so I've got these. So I've got frosted crystal embossing powder, which is very, very subtle. And then I thought, oh, while I'm here, you know, I've got translucent mica flakes, which are very similar to some cosmic shimmer things I've got, really. Yeah, ideal for creating nostalgic sparkle. And I have got rock candy glitter, crystal glitter, which is gorgeous. It again, I didn't need it, but I wanted it because it's Tim Holtz. It's a bit like some cosmic shimmer stuff that I've got, but it's finer. And then if you'd spent over, I don't know what it wasn't very much. I want to say $25. You got an exclusive to Simon Says stamp Tim Holtz die. So I've got Thinlits, chilly and freezy, which you won't be able to get in this country unless you've ordered it from Simon Says stamp in America. So that was that. So that came, I can't remember how much I spent in all, but I got some postcards. Take $5 off. But you know, I'm not spending anything else. So that's that. But I might use that little Simon Says stamp dog on something. Then it was paper crafting on Thursday, and we made this pinwheel tower card. Hazel calls it a flippy flappy card, but it's that kind of thing going on. And this is using Julie Hickey things. So we made that. If you want to know how to make it, I've got a tutorial on how to make a pinwheel tower card coming probably tomorrow. So yeah, paper crafting. Hazel's new collection was launched on the 20th of January, and we were able to purchase. So this was, I have said numerous times that this is what I was allowing myself to buy, and it was $53.99. I had a £20 gift voucher, and I had a 10% off voucher as well, so it didn't cost me that. And there are 5 stamp sets and 2 stencils. So yeah, I don't know why really I'm bothering showing you these, because I think I show them in my video tomorrow. Hazel has actually drawn all of these. So you've got the circles and the squares, dragonflies, butterflies, a background. They're lovely, really, really lovely. And then there are 2 stencils. So this you can see I've used already. So you've got 4 mini ones. You've got little stars, squares, like a burlap or hessian, circles. Sorry for the shimmer. And you've got a dragonfly and a butterfly, which fit the big dragonfly and butterfly on the thing. And then the only other thing I needed, because can you see I'm nearly out of red liner tape. By the time the next month comes up, that will have gone. I think I've got 2 circumferences of that left. So I bought another one, which cost £4 for 30 metres. It's Pink Frog, £4 for 30 metres. So that was that. So I'm doing all right on the old frugal doogles. Oh, blimey, I've been on ages, haven't I? Now, let me just tell you, I am aware that I've got 2 hidden giveaways on my channel at the moment. There's one on a video that went up last week to win a card that I've made, and the other one is on a video, I can't quite remember, it's at the very start of the year, it's this year, and I don't know what I'm going to give away. You had to make a comment, and depending on who the winner is will depend on what I send them. I will have a little conversation with them, because if they're a non-crafter, there's no point me sending them crafting bits. But yeah, I haven't drawn for those yet. I'm gonna have to go back and watch those videos and look at the comments. and I'll get that sorted for next week. So that is my little giveaway update. Come on, Ashley, bring this video to a close, because I want to get ahead. You see, my coffee's gone cold. I've been wittering on so much. I want to get ahead before I go out. I've got to edit this, schedule it for tomorrow. Edit my crafting one, schedule that for Friday. I've got another one to edit and schedule, but that's not on my to-do list for today. Got to go knitting, got to go to the opticians before knitting, and I want to try and get ahead and make Friday's dinner. Harry's making dinner tomorrow. We're having his sticky teriyaki pork belly with rice and green beans, which is num 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 num. And then I've got some cooked chicken, roast chicken, out of the freezer, defrosting in the fridge, and because I'm trying to sort of sort through what's in my freezer, and part of being frugal, use what I've got. Yeah, I'm just going to do a chicken and pasta bake. And I thought if I cook my pasta today and stir in loads of tomatoes, I'm going to fry off a little bit of pancetta and onion and some peppers, mix that all in, so there's lots of veg in it, and then chicken, and just assemble it. And then when I come to cook it on Friday evening, all I've got to do is put a little bit of breadcrumbs and parmesan on the top and bake it in the oven. So I want to get ahead and do that. Yeah, but I just thought I'd share with you. I've just finished reading this book, Death and Croissant. It's by a guy called Ian Moore, who I don't recognise, but he is on telly, but then I don't watch Channel 5. And he's written this book. It's the first of a series that he's planning to write about an Englishman in France. It's a novel, and it's a very light-hearted whodunit. So I can well recommend that, Death and Croissant. I'm going to lend it to my dad to read, because as it's set in the Loire Valley and talks about wine, my dad will like that. And then, what have I been watching on telly? We watched a lovely film on Sunday night. It's on Netflix currently, and it's called Bank of Dave. If you have Netflix, I can well recommend it if you haven't seen it already. It is a real feel-good film. It's based on a true story. It's based on a true event. There's a lot of dramatisation in it that didn't happen. But it's got Def Leppard in it. I think it's Def Leppard, rock band, heavy metal band, who my husband liked. They're actually in it at the end. And I won't spoil it, but it is based on this guy, Dave, from Burnley. We've got some friends that live in Burnley, and he wants to set up a bank, and the establishment in the financial circles in London don't want him to, and they try and put obstacles in his way, and that's all I'm going to say. But it's such a good film. I'm so glad we watched it. And on that bombshell, I've been wittering on for absolutely ages. If you like this comment, please do consider subscribing if you're not already, and I'll be back with a tutorial very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye now.